Hey guys, what's up? So I finally saw the Les Mis revival, 25th anniversary production. Oh, it was unbelievable. It was so fantastic. Oh my god. Being a fan of the original production, I thought it was gonna blow. I thought it just was gonna be disappointing, not as good. You can't even compare it to the original production. It's so different, but it's just so good. I walked out of the theater, I still had goosebumps. I went out to dinner last night, I still had goosebumps. It was unbelievable. So happy I got to see it. Here's my ticket. I went March 22nd, that was yesterday, and tonight it opens, so happy opening night to the cast. Hopefully everything goes well. And I'm hoping they get good reviews because they deserve it. So, yeah, anyway, my history with this show. I practically grew up on this show. I grew up listening to the music. I grew up watching the 10th anniversary production. My parents were watching the 10th anniversary concert when they were waiting for me to be born. So practically I've known this since the womb. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was just incredible. So anyway, the new production. What's so different? Well, the projections. There are projections on the stage now, unlike the original production. In the original production, they just had projections on the curtain, that would say, Paris 1812, and the curtain would go up, or they'd be Digny and stuff like that, or Digny, however you say the name of the town. Sorry, I sound stupid. Yeah. So it was pretty amazing. There's new orchestrations as well. I didn't like them for Lovely Ladies, but every other song was amazing. Yeah. So the show is also more physical. It's more of an actor's show. Les Mis was always the big singer show. It's a very operatic sounding show, and it doesn't have to be that way anymore. In this production, there's a lot of clever movement. There's a lot of different things that are acted out. There's a lot of speaking in the background to make the scenes more realistic, and I thought it was really, really cool how they did that. What didn't I like about the new production? There's no turntable! But I mean, they worked well with not having one, I have to say. But I love that turntable when the barricade turns around. Pretty cool. Yeah. And they also did something really clever, a couple things that I really, really liked. And, I'm gonna ruin it, so spoiler. During Turning, in the second act, with all the women, the song Turning, they had them all come out with candles, and they left the candles on the stage. And when Marius came out to sing Empty Chairs and Empty Tables, all the students came back, took the candles, and blew them out, and he was the only one that had the candle lit, so it was so symbolic and so beautiful. I absolutely loved it. And then Javert's suicide was really, really cool, too. They did a defying gravity kind of thing, when he, I guess, had a latch on the back of his coat or whatever, holding him, I don't know, probably around his waist. And he goes flying like this, and he's dun, 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 dun. Yeah, amazing. So I'm a nerd with this show. I know, the whole score. I absolutely love this show. But the production is honestly just as good and incredible. It's so good. I can't get over it. And now, something everybody's been wondering about, the casting. Okay, so I'm going to start with our main character, and I'm going to do positives and negatives of each cast member. Okay. Ramin Karimloo, positives. Incredible voice. And an incredible Valjean. I didn't think he was going to be that good. He's unbelievable. It's kind of upset. That's kind of upsetting that, he has to go on vocal rest every Thursday starting in April. Because, honestly, his voice is flawless, in my opinion. Negatives, I felt like he wasn't keeping up with the orchestra in some of the songs. He'd be what have I done? Sweet Jesus, what have I done? He'd be dragging or something like that. It was a little awkward, and I don't know if you noticed this, but look for that when you go see it, because I thought it was, I don't know if it's just what he does, or if it's meant to happen, or if it's not meant to happen, and he just doesn't know how to stick with an orchestra. I don't know, but I thought he was amazing either way. Unbelievable Valjean. Will Swenson as Javert. Oh my god, he was so good. He was so good. He was a complete dickhead on that stage, and his acting and his movement was just, oh my god. Wow, he was unbelievable. Loved him. I don't have any negatives for him. He was fantastic. He deserves a nomination, as does Ramin, but he deserves a nomination. Holy shit. It's fantastic. Casey Levy as Fantine. She was great. She was pretty fantastic. I mean, Fantine's not on for that long. I mean, she's on the beginning of the first act, and then she comes back at the end. But, I thought she did a really great job. Her I Dreamed a Dream almost brought me to tears. Normally I don't cry during that song, but Her I Dreamed a Dream brought me to tears. Oh, and Ramin's Bring Him Home brought me to absolute tears. And normally I don't cry during Bring Him Home, but his Bring Him Home was beautiful. Okay, moving on. Andy Mientus as Marius. I love him. I love his voice. He's got good looks. I love his acting. He's too modern for Marius. He's just too modern, in my opinion. I don't know. I love him. I think he's fantastic. Actually, he's wonderful. I'd love to see him do more theater. But as Marius, it's like, Marius I always expected to be not necessarily a pansy, but like, you know, just like, you know, just afraid, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he kind of made Marius like a pansy. I don't know. Like, it just, I don't know. I liked him a lot, don't get me wrong, and his voice is beautiful. But I just felt like he kind of turned Marius into like, like a modern day like pansy who can't get laid, you know what I mean? Samantha Hill is Cosette. She's beautiful. Her voice is beautiful. She's got the look for it. She's perfect. She's great. Oh yeah, so that's about it. The Thenardiers, love them both. Keala Settle is absolutely hysterical. And I'm a big Jenny Galloway fan, but Keala Settle was so funny as Madame Thenardier. And Cliff Saunders was great as Thenardier. I love his voice. He's got like a real like little voice going on like this. It's so good. The kids, Gaten Matarazzo, that was my Benji from Priscilla. He was Gavroche. I love him as Gavroche. His personality is just so, I don't know, his acting was just so good as Gavroche. Like, he was just like this, like, screw you, I'm Gavroche. Like, he was so good. He was, oh my god, and I loved him in Priscilla. I saw him both times in Priscilla. So, yeah, I absolutely loved him. And then Nikki M. James as Eponine. Loved her. I didn't think I was going to because I had heard, like, people were disappointed. I thought she was really, really great, honestly. She played the part very well. She has the look for it. She was great. Kyle Scatliffe as Enjolras. His voice. Oh, my God. His voice. I mean, he's unbelievable. And he got a nomination, an Olivier nomination. And congratulations, Kyle. You deserve it. You're wonderful. You are so good. He's such an amazing Enjolras. And then the ensemble was unbelievable as well. Yeah, I have to say, like, everybody, and I noticed that there are a lot of people from the national tour, the last tour that came around. They're so good. Oh, and I left out Little Cosette. I saw, here we have a little cast list in here, too, that comes with it. I saw Angélie Negron. She was wonderful. She's so adorable. Oh, my God. And then Michaela Twiggs was young Eponine. I remember her from once. So, yeah, the new production is pretty unbelievable. Another thing I thought was really cool was during the battles, it's surround sound. So, like, there's gunshots. Like, it sounds like it's going through the theater. It's so lively and amazing. All right, so moving on to souvenirs. All right, so I got the little magnet there. And I had to get one of these postcards from the Schubert store. So, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. The whole production is unbelievable. I hope they open to good reviews. I loved, I cried during the closing. The finale, I cried during. I mean, it was unbelievable. Not that I normally don't, because I even cried in the movie. And I cried when I was in 5th grade, and when I saw, when I saw this at the Broadhurst, it was unbelievable. And I just hope the production goes far. Everybody in this cast is absolutely amazing. I think it was casted very well, and people were very concerned about it, and I'm just like, nah, it's going to be good. And it was good. It was unbelievable. Best revival. Let's do this. Oh, and I also did Stage Door, so there's a few people here. I met Andy Mientus. He's such a nice guy. He's awesome. I met Kyle Scatliffe. All the kids came out and signed, like all the little Cosettes signed right on Little Cosette. Yeah, so Les Miserables. Les Miserables. Les Miserables. I hate that. I hate that shit. Les Miserables at the Imperial Theater. Go see it. It's unbelievable. If you can get tickets, take them. Go see them. All right, guys. Bye.